Alright, sorry about the delay. I recently installed the Twitch manager on my phone. The Twitch app on my phone. Funny enough. So what I was doing was I was checking to see like all the stuff I could do with it, and then I was like, oh wait a second, that's a little over time. Anyway, my name is Kyofu the Lone Wolf, and we're gonna be playing some more Unicorn Overlord today. Uh, I have not moved at all since last stream, and I have not changed anything else. Just kind of looked at everyone's stuff, and that was pretty much it. I'm gonna try and get at least, I'm gonna try and get another Prince done, which is the next mission, and then the next mission after that, I'm gonna try and either get it done or not. I do also want to apologize that I didn't stream Wednesday like I was planning to, because there were a few factors. The first was I didn't actually get better when I decided to take medicine and take tea. My throat was still not that good. So what I ended up doing was I took Wednesday and Tuesday entirely off because it was not good. I had to basically be like, okay, I need to take these days off so that I can properly do what it is that I need to do. And it worked, but at the same time I was also in my head like, well, that could have been better, but I'm like, or okay. What happened was that I was all in my head, I could probably stream today. And then as I was thinking that, a storm came in and it was just like, oh well, I can't really stream today because it's storming and whatnot. And all I could think was, well, there goes that plan. So I couldn't stream, and I really wanted to. So my plan is to get this mission done and then get us set up for the last mission in Drakenhold. This way, when we do it... Oh, I need to adjust my mic. There we go. When we do it, we'll be able to do it, to dedicate the entire day to it. So, like, next Monday I can do that day. Or do it. And then, after that, since it'll probably take the entire day, on Tuesday we'll go into Elheim, get started on there, and then Wednesday and Thursday hopefully complete Elheim, move on to Bastorius. I did mention though that if we successfully do enough on Elheim and we're about level to some of the enemies in Bastorius, we should do Bastorius. Like, just the first mission of Bastorius, that was it. But it's not like a guaranteed plan, it's just like a hope more so. Yay, Bomrate! I still don't know if I'm saying any of this stuff right. This place is huge! Yes, Scarlet, quite big actually. Bomrate here is the largest town in all of Drakenhold, save the capital itself. They're especially proud of their Coliseum too, not that they're holding bouts there anymore. Well, now that we're here, I should be off to meet Prince Gilbert at once. Ooh, maybe I'll take a look around the markets then. Try not to get in any trouble, Like, Scarlet has a penchant for it. Well, well, actually, Virginia wasn't there, so how would she know, like, oh yes, you got kidnapped? I'll not think too much about it. But it's like little things like that that make me think that maybe you were supposed to be able to do more free roaming before you got Scarlet. Because you can't go to Drakenhold, Bastorius, or Elheim until you've recruited Scarlet. And it's little details like that where I'm like, maybe you were originally allowed to just... I just realized I didn't actually start this quest. Well, there's a cemetery at the beginning, I'll go to that later. But it makes me really think that you may have been able to just... When they were planning the game originally, you were allowed to go to Drakenhold and all that. And, like, do whatever. But at some point, I guess they just thought, well, maybe you should go and rescue Scarlet because, you know, Elaine is basically like, we need to rescue Scarlet the entire early game of this, so I guess that does make sense thinking about it. I don't know why I'm coming over here. It's literally just a liberation quest that we don't even need. Because they're going to do it much later. But, actually no, it's probably better to unlock it so that we can just teleport over here whenever we want. So, yeah. I'm not... I did mention it a few streams ago, though, that I was going to do all of the liberation quests basically in... basically in a day. When we got all of the, when we got all of the unique characters and I got my generic team set up. Also, I didn't notice this. I'm sorry, I ran into the wall. I was looking over at my phone because I thought I saw a notification pop up, and no, I just run into the wall like a dunce. Gosh. It doesn't help either that I'm already panicking internally. But, it's alright, it's alright. Let's talk though. Prince Gilbert has been expecting you, right this way. If you try to go anywhere else, they're like, you need to go and talk to Prince Gilbert.
Thank you both for coming.
My bad, I forgot to put it back on the auto talk.
I take it you are Prince Elaine, commander of the Liberation Army and rightful heir to Cornea's throne.
Indeed I am. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, my king.
I am no king, merely Gilbert for now. My coronation must wait until Castle Soldraga is ours once more.
Prince Gilbert, then. I've word that you request our aid?
Just so. Ever since my father's demise in the tragic campaign against Zenoiran, I have devoted myself to but one cause. To gather what survivors clung to life and fight onward for the past, present, and future of Drakenhold. Yet the battle which saw us win back Balmrate claimed many of our finest men, and morale has suffered accordingly.
Hence you seek reinforcements.
Correct. It wounds my pride to admit it, but I would suffer any injury before I see my people suffer worse.
We march to vanquish Galerius and free all nations of Fevrith alike, including Drakenhold. We will join you.
You've quite the grand vision for yourself, seeking to unify the entire continent. And yet that vision is the beacon which draws soldiers to your ranks and fuels your army's unceasing advance.
'Tis but a dream for now, one that will remain as such unless we can recapture your palace.
Sorry to interrupt this little war council. I've got word from one of our scouts.
What is it?
Zenoiran approaches the Coliseum, and they bring a battalion of some size with them.
How large exactly?
Bit over 4 times our head count, if memory serves me right.
That's absurd. What shall we do, Prince Gilbert?
Unfortunate as it may be, we lack the time necessary for any sort of elaborate preparation. We'll have to make do with what personnel we have. The catapults around our Coliseum walls will prove vital as well. And scant as our defenses are, it seems I have no choice but to sortie myself. We halt their advance together.
I know Gilbert's all like, yes, let us work together here. But there's still more to it. Anyway, I gotta be quiet.
Phew, that's most of it cleared out. Liza? What are you doing here?
Oh, you know... just making a bit of pocket change is all. Please don't tell the others.
I wouldn't dream of it. Assuming this shop of yours is legitimate, that is.
What kind of merchant do you take me for? It's all just trinkets and stuff I've picked up in the ruins. But if Magellan or the gang knew about this, I'd never hear the end of it. Ugh, I don't even want to think about that.
Don't worry. I'm good at keeping secrets. Mind if I take a look?
Eh, be my guest. Though I don't have much worth buying.
This one here is gorgeous.
Oh, that old thing? I'll let you have it on the cheap if you want. End of day sale.
Really?
It'll just run you 5 mil, that's all.
That's a beyond my budget.
I'm only teasing. Cute girl comes walking into my stall and I just can't help myself. I was actually looking to offload the whole set. Go on and take them, free of charge.
Whoa. What is it?
Behind you. She's huge.
Oh!
You two ever hear of manners? Though, I'll take that over the usual. Most people split the second they see me coming.
Can I help you with something?
Sure can. See, I'm new in town, looking for the Coliseum. But everyone I ask goes all wide-eyed and runs off. There is a Coliseum here, yeah?
There is. But I believe they've put competitions on hold until matters in the region improve.
I hear the Prince is always out for spare steel, though. Why not try there if you're looking for work?
I'm not looking. Prince might not be a bad idea, though. I'll see what I can squeeze out of him. Oh, and thanks.
What a woman.
We aren't even halfway through the mission, and I've already almost drank all of my tea. That is not a good sign, because if there is any indication, I don't talk too much. Like, this is the thing. I talk a lot on stream, but outside of streaming, I don't usually talk. So, ever since I started streaming, my throat has just not been good. So, if I had to give a guess, I'm actually going to need to go and take a break at some point to get more tea, because it's already almost gone. Anyway, we're not here to talk about me drinking tea. We're here to see this mission. It's not... Okay. It's a combination of not as hard as you may think, but also it's much harder than you may think. I don't know how better to explain it, because I did this with an over-level team, and I still wasn't sure if I was going to do it right. But I don't think there's any real right way or wrong way. We'll just have to see. Another prince.
Onward, men. We surround what remains of Drakenhold's meager forces, and finish them here and now. We'll crush these rats in their own nest, and the rebels who've joined them too.
Prince Gilbert, there you are.
Ah, Leia. I was merely reminiscing for a moment. It feels scarcely appropriate to say, given the situation we find ourselves in. But I find it difficult to believe we prepare to fight arm in arm with the Cornian royal family.
I understand the emotion, Your Highness. After all, our kingdoms were locked in fierce rivalry for what seemed like centuries.
When Cornia fell to Galerius, my father hailed it as a precursor to our long-awaited ascendance. And the only reason he granted Virginia asylum was so that he could marry her off to my brother Ludwig. All part of some grand scheme to annex Cornia after he'd thwarted Zenoiran. But we both know how the war effort went. My father lost his life in the battle, and Ludwig remains missing even now. Ascendance indeed.
Your Highness,
What, is that it? Things were just getting good.
Behind me. Identify yourself this instant!
Name's Amalia. You wanna try me, girl? 'Cause I've been itching for a fight all day long. Too easy.
Can you stand, Leia?
I'm not finished yet.
Amalia, was it? State your purpose here.
Easy. I'm not gonna eat you. I heard there's a Coliseum here. Fancy old place where all the strongest warriors can test themselves. Was hoping you'd open it back up again.
I can do that. Under one condition. A legion of Zenoiran soldiers descends on this city as we speak. Should you join the battle to defend it, and should we emerge with our lives, I would be more than glad to reopen the Coliseum.
Deal. Just know, I'm gonna hold you to it.
And with that, we actually finally get started on the mission, if I remember correctly. So, we will have 2 green units on this team. So we have Gilbert, so he'll say we have units from the northeast to deal with, units from the northwest to deal with, and units from the southeast. Okay, and southwest. I actually would have thought that would have been different. So, Gilbert's telling us to use the catapults to deal with some of the enemies, which is actually ideal, and he gives us more barricade kits. Yeah, we don't have to take out all of them, we just need to take out a good amount of them. Or defeat Anton. So, we could literally try to bum rush Anton right now, but I do want to point out, if you haven't done Hilda's mission, this Wyvern Knight is replaced with Hilda. So, when I first did this, I hadn't done Hilda's mission, so Hilda was right here, and I was like, I don't really want to kill her, because I don't know what impact that will have. This is a Zenoiran Dark Knight, if I had to give a guess. It's probably, Gloucester, if you have not recruited Gloucester. And Anton, well, he's gonna be there regardless. He's pretty high level, though. Level 16. If you haven't gone off and picked up every single Cornian recruit. This team over here, they're a little annoying, I think is the best way to put it. Because the sorceresses will all support each other. The armoreds are gonna take forever to get there, but once they do, it's gonna be a stupid fight. I do want to mention, though, that of these groups, this one is probably gonna move the fastest just because of the Dark Knights. All of them have 3 Dark Knights and a sorcerer. Then the Arbalists might be a problem too because of the assists. This team, they don't have any real support, but they are going to be annoying anyway. The Wyvern Knights will be probably the biggest problem, so you can't throw your cavalry over there. Here, it's pretty much the same thing, but if you can defeat all of the Wyverns before you get to Anton, that's perfect, because then Anton can't really defend himself against your cavalry if you pull him out. Gilbert will join you for this mission, and Amalia will join you for this mission. Amalia will not stay, though. Neither will Gilbert. I do also want to mention, Amalia is a unique class. She's the Dreadnought class, obviously. She does get some pretty good stuff, but I also will mention that she's a significantly higher level than everyone else here. But that still won't afford you to play recklessly with her, because yes, she could just run in there and defeat Anton. Like, she can defeat all the archers just fine. She'll lose her units, but she can do it okay. She still shouldn't do that, because she is kind of relying on the rest of her party, I will say. I only say that because, I didn't actually use her during this mission, but her team later on, in a different thing, her team is it works around her, so she's really good. I just have trouble using Amalia in general, so I don't know if I'll use her for this fight. This Drakenhold Archer, he didn't really do anything when I did this for the first time. And Gilbert, he's kind of a buffer. His offensive order, defensive order, they both are buffs for all of your teammates. Banishing Stab gets rid of any debuffs, I think. No, he does not get Banishing Pursuit. I thought he was the one who gave Banishing Pursuit, but he's not. he does give guard order and rapid order at the start of battle or right before someone gets attacked. Guard order is really cool because right before an ally gets attacked, he basically gives them a guard, 100% guard, so they will guard the attack. His rapid order can be really useful if you need the initiative, but this is the problem. If you have his conditions as this, he will never use Banishing Stab or Defensive Order. And to be honest, his Banishing Stab is very good if an enemy gets buffed, and his Offensive Order is just really good if it's his first action. So the problem becomes, which one should he use first? So what I'm going to do is that if they are buffed, he will use it. If they are not, he will not. And then his Offensive Order, this will be his first action, and if any enemies have any attack points left, then he will use Defensive Order. And if not, then he will use Offensive Order. And if no one can attack, then he will use his own action point to attack. He also is technically a promoted unit because he does not have because he has 2 AP, 2 passive points, and he has 3 accessory slots. I'm trying to look at... here it is. First action. Action points. Let's say there's 1 or more AP. Or, no. Let's just say... How would I go about this? Let's say... Unit size... 3 or more enemies, otherwise do a offensive order. And then if not, finish off with a Banishing Stab. This one, if AP is 1 or more. Alright, that should work, but I have trouble working with Gilbert, to be honest. He does have some pretty good Valor points. He can't go over here. He'll just die. He is pretty good at holding the line, I'd say, though, like being right here. But the main reason why I'm not entirely like I should just keep him in the back, it's because of his morale boost. The Valor points can be really helpful, because he basically has the same passive that Elaine has when Elaine's the leader, the morale boost. So they're very similar, but they have their own differences. And where Elaine is a frontline fighter, Gilbert's more of a support unit, and his Valor skills kind of support this with his passive order and active order skills. They're both very situational, though. The increased active points and passive points by 1, they're very much if you need them, or if you think that the character needs them. Typically, though, I don't use these because I don't see much of a point. Anyway, with all of that being said, I'm not sure... I didn't really think about how I was going to go about this fight. I kind of just was like, okay, we're going to go in, we're going to do this mission, and we're going to figure it out as we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Gilbert leave the command post. Virginia will go on the left and activate that catapult.
What is it?
And
I'm off.
I'm not going to send Amalia towards the place. She's actually going to head back to the command post to garrison there. And we're going to send Clive and maybe Elaine, our 2 strongest units, to the far right to hopefully deal with Anton as quickly as possible. The one person I'm thinking that might do this job very well is actually, funny enough, Travis's unit. I emphasize maybe, because, okay, yeah, Travis's unit might actually do this very well because of their just general build.
Go on.
So we'll withdraw
I'll be
Travis,
there if you need me.
throw him out right there.
No surprise there. Yeah.
No surprise there, he says. And then we'll have him charge at...
Your call.
No.
Let me hit something.
Let me... Amalia, I'm trying to access... There we go. I was trying to access the fort. As for Elaine, he'll kind of be behind Travis. More so just in case he needs the support. The only other person I could think of going with Travis is possibly Clive. Clive to deal with the archers. Well, let's see how Clive does that real quick. Let's see. Okay, so Clive can do those just fine. It's just the wyverns, as I suspected, that would be the problem. So, okay, we can start off with this team, and then as the fight goes on, we can just... I just realized something I could do. Just... Oh, wait, we can't withdraw her. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's just see how things go.
Prepare yourselves.
I'll make it.
Stand before me.
They should be fine, because Monica will heal up anyone who gets hurt. I am going to add row heal, because I just realized that if she has nothing else to do, she's not going to row heal. Which she should definitely do. There we go. Also, the music overwrote the Drakenhold music, which I think is kind of cool.
Don't despair.
Thank you, Otto.
Victory is...
Thank you, Clive.
Allow me.
A flawless... I'll not let this go to waste.
Alright, and... like, I could also go for these items, but in all honesty, I don't really want to go for them while we have to deal with all of this. It's kind of like we're gonna send this team to go over and assassinate Anton as quickly as possible, while also using the catapults to our advantage.
Prepare yourselves.
It'll just be a repeat of the last fight.
'Twas fate which brought us here.
I guess, Clive. It should almost be there. There we go. If we put him right about here, I'll say right there, and hope for the best.
Hope you've made your peace.
I shall never fail.
Travis is like, hope you made your peace. Travis, get back. That's quite literally what that was. We'll put Oaklease over there just to give vitality if they need it. She'll also be there if they don't have any other options. So she'll follow Travis right
What
after.
shall I do?
And you should do right there.
I'll make it quick.
Stand before me. A worthy foe.
Alright. Things are looking okay, I think.
I shall never fail.
Hope you've made your peace.
Yeah, this time Travis will go in for the fight. It's not so much because Travis needs to. It's actually because I figure that if Travis goes in the fight, then we can kind of rely on the rest of the team to just survive, I guess. Like, it's also so that Clive can keep up, just in case we need him to.
How embarrassing.
Well, that's not bad.
This is nothing.
No hard feelings.
Anton CERN, we're suffering heavy casualties. Stubborn fools. So be it. Continue the advance and cut these rebels down where they stand. It would seem we've put a marked dent in their armor. Onward for Drakenhold. Come, Elaine. Try not to let him steal all the glory. Yeah, Elaine's not on the map, team. But I think I'll put Elaine on the left side just to be safe. Because I do notice that they're advancing on the left side, right over here. And we don't really have anyone over there. So we're just putting Elaine over there. He'll be holding the line while
What shall I do?
this team just goes in for the assassination. To be completely honest, it looks like this might already be done though. Like so. I did not think they would get that.
I'll make it quick.
Let's change this so that he'll heal himself. Nah, it's probably better if I do that. I'm kind of worried about Bruno because he does need the heal. Actually, if I give him one of the Lapis pendants, he should be able to heal himself and deal the damage, but I don't know, maybe not. Well, no, okay. I gave him the brown beret. Alright, I guess my best bet is to just hope for the best. Aim for the highest percent HP. Alright, I guess just hope for the best. Let's see.
Let's have some fun.
I'll take that. So hard. Count me in.
I see now.
Lay down.
Okay.
Just getting started.
Not too bad. Could have been better though.
I'll prove my worth.
Clive, get the item. Follow
Shall be
Travis.
done.
I stand ready.
Follow Travis.
I depart.
Okay,
The
much
dragon
better.
god smiles upon me. Time for
I forgot I put Gilbert over there in charge of that. I guess let's see how it goes. Let's hope for the best.
Want to keep going?
Thanks.
Not a chance.
Count me in.
Oh, I also do want to mention that, while I'm playing this game, I don't actually think that the characters kill each other. I actually associate more as, like, they knock each other out. Which is funny because the only reason why I mentioned this is because it reminds me of the whole Hooktail thing from Paper Mario. And my reasoning for why Hooktail isn't dead in that game. It just reminded me, though, because I was thinking about it, and like they don't show any blood, even though they do definitely show some blood at some points in this game. They just don't show blood in this game that often. It only occurred to me though, because I was like, maybe some people might be like, why is he laughing at this? And it's just kind of like, I think of it as like a friendly competition in which they just don't really kill each other. They just knock each other out. They, except for the occasions where there is actual blood, of course. Sure. And let's see. Someone might get KO'd, but I hope it's not Travis or Ausch. If either gets KO'd, that's not good.
Yeah?
But... and... I think we should be, for the most part, good. I do want to take out Anton, though, because I just want to take him out.
Hope you've made your peace.
Peace was never an option.
Out they crawl from their squalid nest. Disgusting. I'll stamp them down where they stand.
At least try.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, okay, he's immune to burn.
Not bad.
She's like, ow. That is so dumb. They just wasted all of their attacks on her.
Just getting started.
Okay, that was really, really good. I thought it was going to be a lot worse in my head. Plunder. So it's just him, so pretty sure he's dead on the next hit, so fun. Elaine didn't need to do anything. Amalia didn't need to do anything. Gilbert, I probably should have had someone who was lower level take out this group over here. There's gotta be something I need to do other than plunders. Yeah, let's just do some plundering. Thank you.
Go on.
And that one, just for fun. Let's see. Not bad. Could have been better. All right.
Time for
Prepare yourself.
Go for it, Travis. Travis, Ausch, Bruno, Berengaria. This team's just mean.
Better heal up.
So many condemned to rot, and I among them.
Like, I'm also gonna apply that to him because he didn't go flying like how they usually do if they get, you know, killed in the game. Like, that's just how it seems. Like, he straight up is like, and I condemn to among them. But in most of the other cases where they die like that, they usually just go flying like a normal enemy. So I'm kind of like, okay.
I didn't have a choice.
And, like, I know that their dialogue does imply, like, oh, yes, we killed them. But I'm still gonna go on the side of, like, they aren't dead. Like, except in the case of this, where Anton basically was like, I am dead. This is the only time I'll be like, okay, we killed this guy. Well, this and a few other times, but I'm not gonna mention them right now because we aren't anywhere near them. No, Sir Anton! All men, fall back to Castle Soldraga, now! They're withdrawing. Revel in this victory, friends! For today, we take our first leap towards restoring Drakenhold to its rightful rulers. Okay. Stage clear. That has to be the fastest I've ever done that. But then again, I did just bum rush Anton. If, I will say, Travis with Berengaria, Ausch, and Bruno, it's kind of dumb. I honestly probably should change the team though. But 163,207 points, that's also pretty good. I wanted to have enough renown to promote, but obviously I don't, so we have to make do. But anyway, let's continue, and I actually got that done a lot faster, so that means that I can do a little more today than just one mission, or 2 missions, so we'll just have to see. Anyway, cutscenes, definitely gonna happen.
Truly a stunning victory, my fellow prince. And it could never have been possible without your timely aid. Tales of your liberation army shall echo through a freed Fevrith for generations to come. I'm certain of it.
A word, Gilbert. Thank you for everything. I plan to leave Drakenhold and accompany Elaine on his quest to crush Zenoiran. I won't be needing your protection anymore.
I have no objections. Though I imagine he may. You seem all too likely to give our fine prince here an unceasing migraine.
Nonsense. I soothe his worries, not inflict them. Ah, I see how it is. You're just nervous you'll get lonely in my absence. Go on, you can admit it.
You never cease to amaze me. As for you, Leia, I'd like you to lend your sword to their cause as well.
Are you certain, Your Highness?
How else would I be sure Virginia is behaving? Go. Look after her for me.
I'll allow it.
And you, Gilbert? What will you do now?
I shall move to bolster our ranks and sharpen our blades for the impending siege of Castle Soldraga. We dealt Zenoiran a heavy blow this day. Yet it was merely one cobble on the much larger path toward Drakenhold's revival. The greatest battle lies still ahead, and we have much to prepare before it arrives.
Then we'll meet again ere our siege of Soldraga.
Indeed. In the meantime, I shall await you at Fort Shusa, to the southwest of the castle.
Sorry to butt in, little prince. I think you're forgetting something.
Ah, yes, the reopening of the Coliseum.
Forgive me the query, Lady Amalia, but you carry the strength of an entire company of knights solely on your shoulders. Do you not intend to put that to use for the sake of this nation?
Not really, no.
Perhaps a better question is, why do you so strongly wish to see the Coliseum renewed?
Well, it's kinda embarrassing to actually say it. But thinking about the fighters it'll bring, about the battles and the bloodshed and the brutality, it sets my mind racing.
You seek a test of strength, then?
Yeah, that's not it.
Okay, I do also want to mention, while she does say bloodshed brutality, as far as I know, when I was doing this, or when I was doing the Coliseum, because this is the Coliseum music that's playing right now, you don't actually kill anyone, you kind of knock them out, because if you lose in it kind of just, you know, just puts them, like, it kind of is just like, oh yeah, you just, well, how best to put it? If you were to put your unit in there, at least not on True Zenoiran, and they lose, you don't lose anyone. Like, and if you lose, it's because you technically didn't do enough health damage, or your characters, you know, all got KO'd. And that's why I'm kind of like, Amalia, I don't think they don't really kill people, but okay, I guess. Like, she says bloodshed, but I don't think so. Anyway, enough of my musing, let's continue on.
Well, you doing it or not?
I've no intention of going back on my word. The Coliseum's doors will open once more.
Good kid. And hey, if you want me that bad, you know where to find me. Beat me in a fight, and I'm all yours.
I also do want to mention, it's worth it to do the Coliseum, but if you want to get Amalia, you literally need to beat it all. And needless to say, I don't really want to do all of it yet.
We're ready to depart whenever you give the word, Your Highness.
Good. But I've been wondering, have either of you seen Berengaria?
I'll find her. Who knows what trouble she's getting up to.
Our hopes of slaying the prince have been well and truly foiled. And the blame lies squarely on your neck, Berengaria.
This neck is yours to throttle no longer. And Zenoira's woes are sweet music to my ear. But not as sweet as your dying breath will be.
Ren!
Travis, what are you doing here?
Sorry, I just noticed because as much as I like this game, and as much as I know that this is a very tense moment, Travis, what you doing here? Not what are you? But I am, like, there are some small little typos here and there, I will say. But I love this game regardless. I didn't notice this one in particular until just now. So I'm sorry. Anyway, let's continue it on.
What impeccable timing. Enough of this little performance, General. Cut the boy down and return to my side.
Is he telling the truth? Have you been working with them?
I'd never. Not anymore.
You've left yourself wide open, fool!
No!
Such a simple woman you are. That you'd shield your dear brother was an all too predictable outcome. You're nothing. No threat to anyone now. If you won't obey my choice, force will have to suffice.
So yeah, another kidnapping. We don't have Berengaria with us. She gets abducted. So, I do want to mention that if you were using Berengaria before you do another prince, and you start another prince, just know that she's not going to be with you anymore because she gets kidnapped. So that's fun, I guess. Not really. Anyway, as mentioned before, I make for Fort Shusa on the outskirts of Castle Soldraga. We shall await your army there. I thought he was going to say answer. That's why I paused for a second. Anyway, Elaine! What is it, Travis? My sister's gone, kidnapped by that bastard Baltro. Jeez. Language, Travis. I should not have said that word. My apologies. Goodness. What? if I hadn't let my guard down. Please, you mustn't blame yourself. In any case, Zenoira surely has need of Berengaria alive, if Baltro saw fit to abduct her. We'll have to put our faith in that for the time being. You're right. Thanks, Elaine. And if you really think about it, Elaine would understand it quite well at this point, because, you know, Scarlet has been missing for... How long have you been missing, Scarlet? What do you mean by that? She's just all angry at me. I'm sorry, Scarlet. You better be. Anyway, so now that we don't have Berengaria because she's abducted, originally it would put abducted, not unavailable. I don't know how to feel about it saying unavailable and not abducted. So we'll put Jeremy on the team. Bruno will be on the front lines. Jeremy is just, he's gonna be here just to be the temporary fill-in. He's not gonna do much else though. As for weaponry, I do need to upgrade that. However, I'm not gonna go to Balmrate's Coliseum. I'll probably... Okay, this is the thing. Okay, fine. Because it just occurred to me. Oh, really? The stream dies as I'm like, we'll go into Balmrate for a moment. It's trying to reconnect right now. Did it reconnect? Please tell me you reconnected. Oh my goodness. I think my laptop just does not like the, Oh, now it says reconnected. Of course it has to wait for me to, like, it needs to wait for my stream to die completely before it's like, oh yes, now you can reconnect and whatnot. Well, what is it that, the others say? It's not a stream if it's not scuffed? I believe that is the word, the phrase, etc. Well, okay. So, I'm gonna do one round in Balmrate's Coliseum, and I do want to show we can do online battles to get prize coins and whatnot. The prize coins are really good. I don't see a reason why you would do online battles unless you wanted to, like, show off characters with your friends and whatnot. Unfortunately, I have no... as far as I know, no one I know plays this game, so I'm kind of, like, fun. I just have to fight randos, but I don't want to fight other people in the online battles, because this is very much a offline auto online battle deal. The offline battles, though, once you finish them up and get Amalia, it's just a repeat. But I do want to bring your eyes to the prize exchange.
So, how can I help you?
The prize exchange has some of the best stuff in the game, in my own opinion. You get the Carnelian equipment. The attack is really good, but that AP is also really good. So, let's say you need some of this stuff. You're gonna be here for a while. It's entirely free to do the fights, but it is gonna take you quite a while to get all of these things. Let's just see how much money you would need to get all of the stuff that you can buy. So, already for just that, you need 1,000. And to get all the rest, let's see. In all honesty, I bought only one of each of these on my first playthrough, and it already took me quite a while. I don't think I bought this, though. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't buy some of these, and I bought only some, and I bought a good portion. So, just to buy all of the ones that you can get out of stock, 35,600 Coliseum coins. That's gonna take a while. And believe me, this stuff is super good. The Carnelian equipment, really, really good. The base AP +1 and the base, and the damage output, it's actually really worth it to just try and get these. The Sapphire Pendant and the Ruby Pendant, insanely good. You get, like, your promoted unit, all of a sudden you have 4 action points and 4 passive points. Just like how we have with, just like how we're trying to do, I should say, with, Joseph. The Invincible Great Shield, really, really nice. It's not just physical attacks, it's any attack. So, and it gives you a base passive point immediately. So if you're not even promoted, you can make use of the invincible skill. The only problem is that if you have any other passives, you can't use it. And it's only a great shield, so yeah. This one I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember using it. Mighty Shield, this one's basically if you need someone else to give you the shield from invincible. It's super good still, too. Like, anything that can negate a hit can be super good. These ones, I don't really know how useful they can be. I did pick up this one, though, in the hopes that it would make a character really, really strong because of an ability she had. I was kind of wrong on that. This one, it's super interesting. I still don't know how I'm supposed to work with it. So, if you have one ally, so let's say that the enemy has 5 enemies, and then let's say you have only one ally, they get all of the buffs, which is really good. You could put this on one character, have them in the team, and I think it would be really good. The main thing, though, is that if you don't KO the enemy in one round, it's gonna not do as well, but I can see the use in it. I've just never wanted to have a unit of just one, or of like less than the enemy, because I have seen that it can be very bad sometimes when the enemy just has more characters than you. This one can be kind of mean. They can do whatever, your ally can do whatever the heck they want at the cost of no AP, and then they can do it all over again. The only problem is you lose all of your passive points. This one, I don't know. That's probably the best way to put it. I have no idea how, this revival skills, not bad. I just don't know how well they can be. Also, let's say that you wanted to get some Dews of Illusion. That's a lot already. That's 4 people you can also max out with that. I want to get at least 35 too. So I'm gonna need a lot, and the offline battles for this, you can also get some items from all this stuff, which is super good too. You can get a whole bunch of different items that can be super useful. The Hero's Medallion in particular is really, really good. And as you can see, Amalia's just got all her stuff. I was hoping that she had a Hero's Medallion to show off. But someone should have it. Okay, well, if I remember correctly, the Hero's Medallion works very similar to the pendants, the Sapphire and pendant and the Ruby pendant, the Lapis pendant and the Carnelian pendant. I mentioned this because it increases the AP and passive points by 1 each, and increases a stat. I can't remember what it is. But if you don't want to do the ranked battles to get these items, or if you just can't do it because Amalia is level 40 and you just can't, then you can just do the auxiliary battles instead, which should be more close to your level. And if you have the right setup, you can just do these over and over. The problem is that you get anywhere from I want to say 5 Coliseum coins to 10. Well, it says 7 right here, but I'm guessing 5 to 10. And we're gonna pull out Clive. You obviously can't see how well your team will do. You just kind of have to hope. So we're gonna send Clive's unit in and hope for the best. And yeah, they'll always say something right before they start, and you can just... Yeah. You don't need to win the fight. You just need... Or you don't need to kill every single... Or... You don't need to defeat every single enemy. You just need to have more health than them. Overall health. And you can win. If you, as far as I know, if you lose one of these, it doesn't matter. But I have no clue. It could be that they just die. But once you do that, you need to do another one, one that is not the same, because then you won't get the Coliseum coins again. You need to keep doing this over and over if you want to get a whole bunch. Or you can do the ranked battles or online battles. And after you do a win, you need to shuffle. After you finish all of these up, you need to do another shuffle. And you need to do it all over again. Yeah, it can take a while. So I'm not going to do it on screen. Like, I will do up to here off screen, possibly. But once we get here, I'm going to do these on screen because it's ridiculous. These two, I plan on going here to just get a weaponry and whatnot, because it is so much better than some of the other stuff we can get. This one is not bad though. Let's see. We can only afford one of these. Can you even equip this? Probably Selvi. Honestly, the only thing I'd want to get is the Lapis Pendant. And that's about it.
Got a keen eye on ya.
Nothing. And let's station Virginia here.
This should be fun.
I already ran in there and did the thing. There we go. Almost! Almost enough for now. Okay. I'm gonna do... Okay. What I am going to do is that I'm gonna head back to Cornea. Start doing all those start doing all these little... what's the words? Side battles. And then see how things go from there. I won't do it immediately though. I'm gonna buy this first, and then I'm gonna go as far as I can to get to where Gilbert wants us to get, and then I'm gonna just head over there. The good thing is that you don't need to do the liberation quest to move on. It's just it's just like you can if you need the levels, sort of deal. That's a shortcut if I remember correctly. Ugh, get out of my way, please. Yeah, this one can lead straight to where we need to go, if I remember correctly. So we can do this one, or we can do a different one to get over there on the other side where Gilbert is. Problem is I don't know what can happen if you start it from here, but we're gonna do that mission later, especially because the enemy level is 18. So I actually might level up off screen so that it's not as bad. Okay, I actually gotta see this. Like, I know that Alexandra's not gonna deal any damage, but I gotta see how. Well, actually no, they're gonna just miss her. That's what it is. That simple. I don't need to ask. Travis, why are you like this? Well, okay, Bruno probably takes all the damage and dies. Like, doesn't die, but like takes all the damage, gets KO'd. Alright, but I do plan on getting more gold and whatnot, and getting more equipment in general. Hence why I'm doing this. I'm hoping that I can actually get some honors and renown from this. I am hoping. I do not. Okay. Well, that's fun, I guess. Let's go to the walled city. I was hoping I would get honors because I wanted to get honors, and renown because I need that to promote. Almost! I need like 13 more. And I can't finish up one of the mission over here because it doesn't have the thing. Where's my quest log? Here it is. Okay. Oh, I do want to... I don't know if I mentioned it, but when I first played this game, I had no idea how to access my, I had no idea how I was supposed to access the map and fast travel, so I was actually just running around the place until I hit Drakenhold. Like, up until then, I was just running... Up until Drakenhold, I was running between all the places, and I didn't even know you could just... fast travel. I didn't know it existed. Are you kidding? It's not enough renown? I thought it would be. Okay, I guess. I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do the digging. But there can be treasure maps, and maybe I can find some treasure maps and get some good stuff. I don't like doing it, though. Because it's just pain, is all I feel when I do these. Alright, there's gotta be something. Wait, okay. I'm trying to think, like... Okay, right, it was quest log and stuff that I need to look at. This one, you just gotta go to every single one, which is literally everywhere, so... That one... There's one in the area. There's one in the last area, so I can't go there. I don't know if this would be even helpful, but I guess I can do that. This one we need to wait till the last area of Drakenhold. This one? Oh! We need to talk to him. Thank you. Yeah, just treasure map stuff. Let's try this again. Let's try this real quick. If it doesn't work, I'll just go away. Call for... Whoever you call to do these, they'll get, affinity with you. I'll call Morden, and then I'll have, Kitra... I'll try to alternate them. I won't remember, though. I'll probably be like, Morden, fix this! Then later, Morden, fix this! And then Kitra will be like, hey, like, why'd you call for Morden? I'll be like, yeah. Okay. I just don't want to do farming on screen or anything. And I don't want to go over to do these liberation quests just yet. But I also want to go and do some stuff, so... I guess it's mining, but I don't want to. I'm gonna look around a little more in Drakenhold, though. There is a mission that is a side quest, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly. I can't remember, though. It's like possibly, possibly not sort of deal. Also, I ran out of tea, sadly. So I'm also kind of like, yes, I must make more tea. But when will I make more tea is the question. Oh, there's a sigil. I have found all the sigils before, but it's been a while since I've played since I played Unicorn Overlord, so I actually can't remember all the stuff. Thank you, Selby. Moderate 2. This would be a good one to farm at then. So I'll do that later. Right, okay, I guess. We'll go over here. What do you need? She needs wood. Do I have enough? Nope. Honestly, I've forgotten so much of this game that I don't remember what I have and haven't done exactly. I can remember bits and pieces, but nothing really particular. I've already done that. Thank you. Come on! It's like a smidge, probably. Alright, I'm probably gonna just run around towns looking for things to do. Also picking up items. Okay, that's done. Maybe the renown will be enough to promote units. Maybe another one should do it. I'm not doing that, the delivery, to do it, because that won't give me enough, I don't think. I do not think that doing a delivery will give me enough renown, because I don't think it gives renown.
I'll do everything in my power.
When I hear Ausch, I can't help but think of Akechi from Persona 5. I do also want to mention, I plan on playing Persona 5 at some point. Oh, right, the chickens. Why? Because I did actually have a lot of fun playing Persona 5. But, funny enough, okay, this is the weird thing. I picked up Persona 5 because I actually mained Joker in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I didn't really like... My initial thing of Persona 5 was I don't really want to... I've seen stuff on it, but I'm not sure if I really want to play it. And then after a while, my sister was like, you main Joker, so you should play Persona 5. And I was like, I guess? So eventually, I bought Persona 5 with... I eventually saved up enough money to buy Persona 5, so I actually did play the original one. Then, later on, I got Royal, and I was like, okay. And when I played Persona 5, I actually played enough of it to get to the New Game Plus, so I was on my New Game Plus round. I don't think I did the secret super boss, though. I do want to mention, I've only beaten Persona 5 once, and I did not max out one of the confidants, the Empress, if I remember correctly, which is kind of funny because I maxed out everyone else but the Empress, and it was kind of like, oh, that's my bad. I did plan on doing it. I plan on playing it again and whatnot, but then Royal came out, and then I also kind of was in my head of like, I don't really want to play more Persona 5 because they didn't have all this stuff and whatnot, and it was kind of fun, but it wasn't really like my thing. But then after a while, it was also kind of like, this game was actually really fun. I want to play it again. So I bought Royal on PC, and I modded it a lot. So I was actually also like, this game is really fun. Like this game, I was also like, I was very much on the fence until my brother was like, hey, why don't you pick it up? And I was just thinking in my head, sure, why not? Let's see how it goes. So now I can promote units! I don't know why my game was lagging like that. The promotions are ridiculous. Elaine gets a mount. So Elaine is obviously going to get promoted first. We're going to need more honors, though. So, yep, he's on a mount. And he's on a horse for the rest of the game now. He will not dismount ever. So, okay, based on that, it looks like unique characters who have yet to promote, like Virginia and Scarlet, require 50. Everyone else requires less, but it depends on who they are. Travis requires 30, so yeah. As for who else is gonna get a promotion, I don't know. Scarlet is a yes, because she also gets some new skills, just like Elaine did, but I did not show those off. So let's promote Scarlet. Honestly,
may the Father smile upon me.
I will say this honestly, whenever I look at Scarlet's promotion, I'm kind of like, she didn't really get that much of a change. Also, when I showed my brother how promoted Elaine fights, he was like, why is he fighting like that? And I was kind of like, I don't know. Who else needs a promotion? Because you can see things like this, they get some ridiculous stuff. Clerics in particular become just heal bots, and they get Sacred Heal, which is ridiculously good. In my own opinion, of course. A lot of the things I state are usually my own opinion. So like, oh, this is really good. This is really good. It is usually just like, I think this is really good, but you don't need to agree. The only people who can get a promotion are Aubin, Lex, Chloe, and that's it, I think. Let's see. Colm. But Colm makes sense because he's also a fighter. So I think I'll save up for now. I'm gonna spend quite a bit of time doing this. So now that Elaine is a High Lord, he can get on his steed to move a little faster. He doesn't need to. He can still walk. But he is now technically a cavalry unit for the rest of the game. And that means that anything that's good against cavalry is good against him. So fun. Not really. So I'm going to give him the Carnelian pendant. This is not necessary, but it is going to definitely make him a little more aggressive. Spinning Edge is ridiculous. It's just read that. Attack a row of enemies. Ignore 50% of their defense. Grants him a passive point if he defeats them. He gets Rapid Order too, just like Gilbert, but main difference between his Rapid Order and Gilbert's Rapid Order is that Gilbert is all support. Elaine is pseudo support, I'd say. Scarlet though, her Divine Blessing can conflict with Elaine's Rapid Order, so that comes down to which one you need more. I'd say if you need healing, if you need healing and defense, Divine Blessing. If you need to the initiative, then I would say Elaine. Saint's Barrier, honestly, since Scarlet was all focused on just support and had a certain item, she didn't actually use either of these. She used Innocent Ray and Curing Call a lot though. So yeah. As for what I'm gonna give her, maybe the Lapis Pendant? Or it's kind of hard to say. I don't know what to give her. But she and Elaine are the only ones who got promoted, and as you saw, they have 4 items they can equip now, rather than the normal 3. I believe it is almost always an accessory slot. Thinking about it now, I'm keeping Elaine with the Ring of the Unicorn, no matter what I think. He will keep that for the rest of his life, basically. Just trying to think, like, Elaine's got some pretty good stuff, I will say. Scarlet's got some pretty good stuff, too. But she can't use any of this until she levels up. And Elaine, he's pretty much got almost everything. He just needs to reach level 30, and then he can use one of the most OP things ever. One, I will say. It's just his biggest issue is that since he's a cavalry, he's probably gonna die a lot easier. Their artwork doesn't change, by the way. So like, that's how it. This is Elaine's artwork when he was a regular lord, and it doesn't change even after promoting. Same with Scarlet, even though she's a high priestess. So I need to think on what I need to do next. I don't really want to end it because I've only done one mission, and it was relatively quickly how quickly we did it. It was relatively fast how quickly we finished that mission. But at the same time, I want to get enough renown and stuff to do other things. So, okay. What I think I'll do is that I will explore a little and maybe try that liberation mission that we need to do to unlock the next thing. And if not, well, yeah. Well, let's see how Elaine does here. Let's just show it off a little.
I'm here to help.
Whack.
I have you. Stand true. Steal your revolt.
Let me. Like new. How free you solid.
Pretty sure Elaine could be much more dangerous if I gave him like pursuit, but I don't really want to. Your Highness, a member of the local militia just arrived at the fort seeking an audience with the swordswoman Leah. I keep wanting to say Leia, but it's Leah, I'm pretty sure. Like, I know we heard it earlier, but yeah. A Drakenhold militia, Do they act under orders from Prince Gilbert? They're a civilian army, not an official one, and while they've little in the way of numbers, they more than compensate with their bold spirit. Hence I asked if they'd be willing to join us at least in freeing the region. Were Leah not an old ally of ours, we likely would have turned her down entirely. In any case, it's good to see the mighty leader of the Liberation has graced us with his presence. This man is the leader of the Fruth Militia, Your Highness, and let's skip the formalities, shall we? Fruth Harbor is in desperate need of aid, and we offer our arms and more in delivering it. Not only is it our home, you see, but a pivotal trade port for the entire region. Zenoiran's reign has tormented these lands for far too long. Today, we see it lifted at last. Indeed, as for the details of the operation, we're already aware, thank you. Simply say the word and we'll deploy at your side. Until then. Very cheery, isn't he? Your Highness, Fruth was always meant to be a key position in the Liberation's march, and I've no issue proceeding as planned. However, it would seem this militia has little intention of making this a cooperative battle. I fear the blame for that may rest with me. I went alone during the initial negotiations and promised Drakenhold's army, not the Liberation's. Seems they're not too keen on accepting Cornian help. It makes sense, given what our countries have done to each other. The Drakenhold resistance isn't like the Liberation either. It's unstructured, disorganized. And while this battle might prove the first step in changing that, it won't happen overnight. Yet an unruly ally is still an ally. Provided they stand as such, I see no reason to deny them aid. Okay, that's a side quest, so I think I'll actually have to do that one instead of this one. So that's not too bad. The problem is that a lot of our other units are starting to fall behind in terms of levels, so that's another problem I'm starting to realize is happening. Because I was internally I was like, the levels shouldn't be too bad, but it's getting kind of bad with everything. Because certain characters are getting very strong and other characters just start falling behind. If we do this mission, we also unlock the Liberation quest there, the Vansburg one. We unlock the mining quest, so I might do that one later on screen. Not right now. Why would you get in my way? There you go. Alright, and then... not what I wanted. I'm surprised Elaine can take that one. Probably lucky. And the multi-hits, actually. That probably does it. This one is definitely a side quest, I think. Or, this one is definitely a side quest, I think he says. Very, excuse me. Good grammar. Prince Gilbert is gathering his forces over at Castle Zoldraga and stationed me here as a lookout. If you want to take Prince Lassa back, just head on through this gate. Oh, but allow me to share a rumor I've heard about the fortress first. Apparently, the general at its helm is reviled even amongst his own soldiers as a cruel oppressor of ally and enemy alike. If there lies any weaknesses in Prince Lassa's defenses, perhaps it rests with him. Just ahead is Fort Prince Lassa, Drakenhold's most storied stronghold. Legend has it, its massive iron walls were built back when Cornia and Drakenhold weren't on such friendly terms. In truth, my prince, I've no experience in approaching the fortress from this side. I suggest we send a scout to assess the situation before marching forth. Sounds like just the job for me, then. I'll see what I can do. Thank you, Fran. Fort Prince Lassa. I don't like this one. It is a side quest, though, thinking about it.
So,
All that talk about the man ruling the stronghold by strength alone, and he's too weak to even keep his post.
Not so loud, will you?
It doesn't matter what I say, everyone's talking about it. The great general's getting hauled back to Zenoiran. Came out of nowhere, though, I'll give you that. He've even got us packing up his stuff.
Suspected treason, wasn't it?
Old Featherhead's made more enemies in this life than he can even keep track of. You want my bet? I'd say one of his own had a bone to pick with the guy and started making him out as a traitor.
To your post, now!
Of course, General. Forgive me. It's just your aide ordered us to help organize your luggage, so...
And for what? I'm not going anywhere.
Of course you aren't, sir. 1,000 pardons.
Try to paint me a turncoat, will they? It's as preposterous as it is maddening. Still, I can't ignore the Emperor's orders forever. And if I'm fated to have an audience with him, I wouldn't dare arrive empty-handed.
Yeah, cheery guy, isn't he? Very happy to see people and whatnot, and definitely not evil or anything. Come, tell us what you've learned.
Multiple enemy strongholds and a grim array of stationed weaponry. A fitting defense for a key strategic position. And there's one more thing, Princess.
Go on then.
Out with it. The general charged with holding the bastion is Geeth, Knight of the Feathered Crest.
A name I hoped to never hear again. He was among the first lords of Cornea to defect when Valmor showed his true colors, Your Highness.
Interestingly enough, you can actually see Geeth on the very first mission. Like, in the prologue mission. The mission where you're controlling, Elenia. That mission, you can actually see Geeth and a few other characters. So, when I saw that, this statement, I was like, okay, I gotta load up a new game, see if you can. And you definitely can, actually. It's actually really cool. Anyway, back to the dialogue.
He is a man of immense ambition, willing to cross any bridge, speak any word, or slay any foe in order to get what he wants.
What's more, there are rumors in the fortress that he's to be sent back to Zenoiran before long.
Then perhaps we merely must wait until such events come to pass.
Hey, I recognize that name. The Knights of the Rose died by his hand.
Oddly convenient, Kitra, that you would recognize it and speak it right here in front of everyone, and totally not a brooding Elenia, who certainly has a lot on her mind, to say the least. While I will say I understand this whole thing, it also makes me realize that there is still a lot to the game and whatnot that, like, at this point, the player has no idea of. So, yeah, I'm just gonna let it keep going and let the conversation go. Run its full course, so to speak.
Run! Princess, please! I beg you, my lady, be rid of this place and never return!
Fools! Throwing yourselves before my blade one after the next. Also one weak little pup can escape. Fine then. It matters not how many of you wenches I have to cut down. 1 or 100. I will see it done all the same. The girl's head will make a fine gift for our new emperor.
You must live on, Princess. At any cost!
It seems the fortress is well defended from any and all points of attack. We must proceed carefully. Side quests. So, we finished this one. We can actually unlock the... we unlocked this area, so we can enter and exit as we want. There's also quite a few towns here, if I remember correctly. As for this one... okay. We can either do 2 armies as one or Blooming Rose on the... on Bear Rock. Honestly, I feel like it makes more sense to do Blooming Rose on Bear Rock first, and then 2 armies as one. Even, actually thinking about it, it is probably better to do that. Because this one is very difficult. This one is kinda dumb. I say kinda dumb because you need to move quickly, to say the least, on both of these. This one, you can't really do much. Like, you have to move quickly, you have a limited time, basically, to do what you need to. This one, you have to move relatively quickly and cautiously. It's, honestly, between the two, I would say this one is easier. Because I actually got game over on this one, when I did it my first time. And I was over leveled. Easily over leveled for this mission, and I got a game over. So, this one, I didn't have that much trouble. This one, trouble. So, I think that's it, though, for the rest of this stream, because there's not much for me to do other than get ready for both of these, because I don't want to do liberation quests, and I don't want to start one of these and just suffer and whatnot. Like, I will suffer regardless, like, of when I do them. The problem is that I don't really want to do it right now. I will get to it, I just, yeah. Not only that, but I do kind of need to eat still. It's gonna be a late dinner for me anyway, so yeah. But as soon as we get Bastorius done, I think, or not Bastorius, Drakenhold. As soon as we get Drakenhold done, I think we might be in a high, I think we might be a high enough level to safely enter Elheim, get started here, maybe start Bastorius right afterwards. But funny enough, I think I'll have enough time to do this one and this one next stream, which would be Monday, if things go according to plan. In the case they don't, I'll just have to make do and whatnot. But yeah, it's definitely a shorter stream today than usual. It's not really on purpose. It's kind of also because I need to eat, amongst other things. And also because, let's see, I'm just checking real quick my character's levels. Where is it? Items. Expert military. Jeez. So, our highest level is Joseph, for obvious reasons. And our lowest level is 13. Of the characters we use, at least. Because Alexandra and Grace don't qualify, because they're both lowest level, and I plan on level grinding for them later. Just not right now. But, like, Magellan, Aramis, Virginia, Selvi, Berenice, they're all level 13. Gloucester, like, we have mainly level 14s, a few level 13s, a decent amount of level 15s, and 16s, but then, like, a few characters who are actually of the level. So I'm kind of like, let's just wait on this. Let's wait on doing this till later. Because I don't want to bore everyone with doing farming and whatnot on stream. I'll do it, though, off stream while I've got time. When I've got time. Because I really do want to finish up this game. We have only... At this point, I'd say we're actually, funny enough, almost done with the Drakenhold storyline. And once we finish up those 2 side quests, we can literally finish up the main mission. Heir to the Dragonlands. I love the music in this one. I really do. And after we do Heir to the Dragonlands, that's when we can finally get onto Elheim, Bastorius. Elheim or Bastorius. I should say. But, let's say Cornea... honestly, Cornea feels like the longest. longest part of the game because you're in Cornea for quite a while. Drakenhold feels a little shorter, not as long as Cornea. Same with Elheim. Bastorius, it can get kind of long just because of the fights there. And then Albion was relatively short for me, so yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this for today, though. I'm saving again just to be safe. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. If you watched, thank you for watching, even if it was for a little bit. I'm glad that you tuned in a little. Right. Thank you for watching. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is for you. Bye bye. Thank you for watching again. Sorry. Bye.